Hey guys! Welcome to AWS DBA. In this session, we are going to see about setting up access to an Amazon S3 bucket. Setting up access to an Amazon S3 bucket. To import data from an Amazon S3 file, give the RDS for PostgreSQL DB instance permission to access the Amazon S3 bucket the file is in. You provide access to an Amazon S3 bucket in one of two ways, as described in the following topics. Topics: using an IAM role to access an Amazon S3 bucket. Using security credentials to access an Amazon S3 bucket. Troubleshooting access to Amazon S3. Using an IAM role to access an Amazon S3 bucket. Before you load data from an Amazon S3 file, give your RDS for PostgreSQL DB instance permission to access the Amazon S3 bucket the file is in. This way, you don't have to manage additional credential information or provide it in the AWS_S3.table_import_from_S3 function call. To do this, create an IAM policy that provides access to the Amazon S3 bucket. Create an IAM role and attach the policy to the role. Then assign the IAM role to your DB instance. To give an RDS for PostgreSQL DB instance access to Amazon S3 through an IAM role. Create an IAM policy. This policy provides the bucket and object permissions that allow your RDS for PostgreSQL DB instance to access Amazon S3. Include in the policy the following required actions to allow the transfer of files from an Amazon S3 bucket to Amazon RDS. S3:get object. S3:list bucket. Include in the policy the following resources to identify the Amazon S3 bucket and objects in the bucket. This shows the Amazon resource name, ARN, format for accessing Amazon S3. ARN AWS, S3:your S3 bucket. ARN AWS, S3:your S3 bucket/. The following AWS CLI command creates an IAM policy, named ARDS S3 import policy with these options. It grants access to a bucket named your S3 bucket. Note: after you create the policy, note the Amazon resource name, ARN, of the policy. You need the ARN for a subsequent step, when you attach the policy to an IAM role. Example: for Linux, Mac OS, or Unix. Create an IAM role. You do this so Amazon RDS can assume this IAM role on your behalf to access your Amazon S3 buckets. The following example shows using the AWS CLI command to create a role named ARDS S3 import role. Example: for Linux, Mac OS, or Unix. Attach the IAM policy that you created to the IAM role that you created. The following AWS CLI command attaches the policy created earlier to the role named ARDS S3 import role. Replace your policy ARN with the policy ARN that you noted in an earlier step. Example: for Linux. Add the IAM role to the DB instance. You do so by using the AWS Management Console or AWS CLI, as described following. Note: also, Be sure the database you use doesn't have any restrictions noted in importing Amazon S3 data into an RDS for PostgreSQL DB instance.